Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you all are fine and doing well. As we have discussed yesterday, the global recruitment. Now, as I have said in my previous class, that in next class we will talk about export and import of countries around India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Turkey, in these countries, China, what they're doing, so you can at least have a idea regarding their export and import, what is happening around, and how it will affect our company, our country, and what is the difference between us, what they are importing, what they are exporting a lot. So there should be enough information regarding this, so you should understand these topics. So that's very important. As I have said, international business subject is very important. You need to update yourself on daily basis, or at least on 2-3 day basis, or weekly basis, or daily basis. That's must. So if you want to increase your general knowledge regarding international business, it's very important that you should be aware what's happening in the global market. To foreign exchange, we will study money exchange, stock market, export and import, tariffs, tax rules and regulations regarding companies, regarding countries on each other, economic rate, growth rate, all these things are very important, so you can understand in you need to understand in international business. That's very important part of international business. So today I'm gonna talk regarding these three countries: Pakistan, India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh. So you should know what they are exporting, what they are importing, from where they import, where they export, regarding their economy, regarding their population, or around everything. So we will discuss each and every point in full detail, so it's easy for you to understand these topics. So let's see this research which has been conducted on I think that might be most latest information. So it's all about GDP and information about Pakistan and Bangladesh import in 2019. That's only for 2019, or it might be 2 years or 1 year. So let's see, this research is about the GDP and little information about India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh, as well as the main point of focus is about export and import of India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh in 2019, that how much these countries are export and import. So what is their export and what is their import, in which country are export for the specific item or goods production. Also in the research we know about the top 10 export and import in 2019, last list of country that India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh export and import. All these information is included in this research. So all these information are in this research, so it's easy for you to understand these information. So now let's come to India. As we all know, India is now it was the 10th largest developed country. For example, in developing, it was ranked, now it's the 5th major economy in the world. Is I think because of their policies, but I think 2020 was the worst place for India. India is very famous is a center for technology, is called technology hub, they call it a city. Most call center of the world are in India, as their labor wage is very cheap, they have more facilities, so that's why Indians are mostly mostly it's a good destination for foreign companies to invest. So India, I think they were again they are ahead of UK now, so they are trying to at least go up and try to what they can achieve a higher position in the global economy. So it's a part of IMF as well. So let's read what's happening. So that's overall India, they have more population. So India with a population of more than 1.2 billion. So as we all know, China and India are having low labor wage, so they're a good destination. They can produce good quality product at lower price because their cost of production is lower compared to other countries. The poverty rate in India is again high, but they have tried to use their manpower, their skilled labor, in order to attract foreign direct investment, which we have studied. Now most of the companies are investing in India. The IT companies, especially medicine, pharmaceutical companies, they are investing millions of dollars in India. Most of the call center from different part of the world has been moved to India. So they are playing now. They are considered as a major player now in global economy. Now India with a population of more than 1.2 billion. India is the world's largest democracy. Over the past decade, the country integration into the global economy has been accomplished by economic growth. India has now emerged as a global player. India has emerged as fastest growing major economy in the world as per Central Statistic Organization and International Monetary Fund, and it is expected to be one of the three economic power of the world over the next 10-15 years, backed by democracy in partnership. So they want to be I think now China, which we will discuss, that Chinese firms are now, China is trying to be number one world economy in the world. USA will be the second. So India is trying to be third one economic power. So first will be China, and by to the latest research which has been conducted by an organization in United Kingdom, they have forecasted that China will be the first economic power, number one economic power in the world by 2028, like almost 7 years or 8 years, after 8 years. So India trying to do the same thing. So they want to be in next 10-15 years, they want to be third largest economic power in the world. So first might be China, second might be USA, and third might be India. So they are trying to achieve this goal. They have brought many reforms in their foreign direct investment. I think 10 years before, foreigners were not allowed to invest in India on 100% ownership. So they used to take 49% and 51% must be an Indian. But after their economic reform, in order to try attract foreign direct investment, they have come up with a new idea that they want to give 100% ownership for foreigners. I'm not sure what's happening for Afghans, but for others, everyone from other European countries, other countries, businessmen or businesswomen, they can come and invest in India, and everything will belongs to them on 100% basis. It's not that they must have an Indian partner. No, they can come and they can invest. That's it. So that's why they have attracted many foreign direct investment to their economy. India has retained its position as the third largest startup base in the world, with over 4,750 technology startups. So imagine new companies. As we have startup, you will study, I think, small and medium enterprises in 8 semester. So it's normally new startups, new companies. So imagine 4,750 small companies, new companies have been started only in technological area and technology industry. So with about 1,400 new startup being founded in 2016, according to a report by NOSCOM. India is expected to be third largest consumer, as its consumption may triple to the US 4 trillion by 2050, owing to shift in consumer behavior in expenditure pattern, according to Boston Consulting Group reports, and it's estimated by surpass USA to become the second largest economy in the term of purchasing power parity by the year 2040, according to the report by Pricewaterhouse. So these are different reports that they can be consumption might be triple because they're most consuming. As India is trying to increase their still they need to import certain product from other countries. Still they import products because their consumption rate is high because of their higher population. Two major factors are influencing the economic development of India. One is economic factor and another is non-economic factors. Under economic factor there are many things, which is natural resource. India has many natural resources because they're regarding their weathers. In some part it's snowing, in some part it's desert, in some part it's very hot, so it's a best place for rice. And they have I think many things, many things they're having in order for their country. So India's research is rich natural resources country. So there are three most important natural resources in term of area. India reached 7 in the world, with the total area of hectare is account for 2.4% of total area of the world. India forest cover, imagine, is 78.92 million hectares, which is 24% of geographical area of the country. Mineral iron India possesses high quality iron ore in abundance. The total reserve of iron in the country are about 14,630 million tons, and also 10,600 million ton of magnetite. Coal reserve, India has the 5th largest coal reserve in the world and has the 30,606.6 billion metric ton of the resources. So they are having more natural resources which they are using for development of their economy. So the second, by gross saving, India is one of the world highest percentage gross saving per capita country, which is 31% of total GDP. There is a big problem in India. People of India buy or invest in physical gold from surplus capital or money, therefore the value of money gold is blocked. So they are using different policies. People, as we all know, there and Indians are most investing on golds. They love to wear more gold, so that's why. Local market, India is one of the largest domestic consumer for self-consumption. So they are having different things, and they're producing it by themselves and they're consuming it by themselves as well. And market surplus production or output after self-consumption, which is used for export or sale, is called market surplus. So the important thing is here that how much India is producing for self-use and how much for market. The higher balance market surplus as per demand is always indicate good economy. In 2019, India agriculture surplus is coming down, and import of pulses and other goods are in the higher side compared to corresponding year. But the other sector are performing reasonably good as to this is mixed kind of things. Trade balance. The balance between import and export are called trade balance. So we all know the balance between export and import. For example, if you are importing $10 million and you are exporting $15 million, then there is a balance is 5 million because it's good. But if your import is higher than your export, that's negative trade balance. Positive and negative trade balance. This is concern area for India because India trade balances gap is widening. By saying Make in India initiative and low fuel prices, India will manage trade balance in near future. They are still having some issues regarding their trade balances. Interest rate of India is still higher in compared to other developed countries, but in future interest rate will supposed to come down after initiative taken by RBI, which is a research. I don't know which organization is this. Strategically, India located nearly highly polluted trading partner including China, Pakistan and Bangladesh. India shipped 322.68 billion worth of goods around the globe in 2019. So that's a very big amount of now they are having more consumers around Pakistan, China and Bangladesh. So that's why it's a good year for India. So now if you compare India in last 20-30 years, they have moved they have developed a lot in different sectors: pharmaceutical, technology, manpower, universities, education, services, cities, smart cities. If you visit Mumbai, if you visit Delhi, I'm sure some of you have been there, but still they have tried their best to at least come up. So if you search India in last 30-40 years or China in last 30-40 years, they were not even in the graph, because now we will come to the China, but now considered India. So what they are doing, that's a very big market that they are investing, that they are exporting. So India nominal GDP is 2.94 trillion, and PPP 10 per capita income, I think 10.51 trillion. India is the fastest growing $1 trillion economy in the world, and fifth largest overall. I think India is the first largest economy in the world. Now they are trying in next 10-15 years to be the third. They were seventh after UK or I think France or some other country, but I think yes, United Kingdom in France, but in latest in last year or last 2-3 years or 2 years, I think has overcome UK. Now India is ahead of UK and France and from economic perspective. With the nominal GDP of 2.94 trillion, India has become the fifth largest economy in 2019, overtaking the United Kingdom and France. So in 2019 they have overtaken United Kingdom and France to become the fifth largest economy in the world. So now their target is to be the third. So in next 10-15 years they are trying to be third largest economy in the world. So in 2019, India GDP's purchasing power parity term was 11 times more than Bangladesh, with the population was 8 times more. In PPP term, India per capita in 2020 is estimated by IMF at USD 6284 as compared to USD 5139 for Bangladesh, according to the resource. So as we all know that 2019 has affected different economy in the world, even now especially India, Europe and USA have suffered a lot from COVID-19. So that's why the graph or the person stage might change. So in the next chapter we'll discuss what was India export and import. Before explain India and export, we want briefly explain what is import and export and why do countries do import. So we have discussed this issue. There is no point of explaining these terms again, so you all know what is import, what is export, and why countries are involved in export and import businesses. So now let's come to the what was the India top export in 2019. So the following export, they have minerals, they have exported computers, organic products, machineries, equipments, irons and pharmaceutical products. So we all know that in Afghanistan some companies are importing pharmaceutical, for example, medicine from India, machineries from India. So even in some part they were good in textile industry, but nowadays Bangladesh has taken over India in terms of textile industry. So the following export product grounds group categorized the highest dollar value in India global shipment during 2019. Also shown as is the percentage share each export category represent in the term of overall export from India. India exported petroleum product, mineral fuels including oil, gems, precious precious metals, machinery including computer, organic products, electrical machinery, equipments, chemical, iron, steel, and pharmaceutical product. So these are, as for their dollar value is concerned, these are the highest number of exports. So you can see mineral fuel including oil has been exported $44.1 billion. Gems, precious metals, 36.7 billion in 2019. Machinery including computer, 21.2 billion. Organic chemical, $18.3 billion, which has been exported to other countries. Vehicles, $17.2 billion. Pharmaceutical, $16.1 billion. Electrical machinery equipments, $14.7 billion. Iron, steel, which is $9.7 billion, 3%. Clothing, accessories, $8.6 billion, 2.7%. Night or crochet clothing, accessories, $7.9 billion. So these are the top highest export of India in 2019. So we can see the figures is not small amount. So they have exported a lot of products to other countries, especially to India, to other, for example. So that's a graph which you can see. These are just by graph. You can see that's the percentage. India top 10 export account for roughly 3/5 of the overall value of its global shipment. Electrical machinery equipment represent the fastest growing among the top 10 export categories, up to 23.6 from 2018 to 19. The second place for improving India export sales were pharmaceutical, which gained the 2.6 India shipped. So we have discussed all these points. So distribution of leading destination for India are by countries. So now let's see which countries they have exported a lot of product. Rest of the world, they have exported 62.44%. United States, the biggest partner, 15.91%. United Arab Emirates, 9.31%. China, 5.08%. Hong Kong, 3.93%. Singapore, 3.5%. So these are the countries that have been so you can see the export, which country has the highest export. So they have been, I think USA has been their largest economic partner from export and imports, improvement in manpower. Many Indians are working in USA, doctors, others, IT specialists, or this. So what was India import? So we have discussed what is their export, the top exports. So now they have export as well. So the following product group, highest dollar in import purchase during this, also its percentage share. So it's, so you see that again they are exporting some products from the other countries as well. They are exporting oil, precious, electric machinery, computers. They are importing from other countries as well. Organic chemical, plastics articles, this much. Iron, animal, vegetable fats, oil, waxes, 9.36 billion. Optical, technical and medical machineries or equipments, 9.5 billion. Fertilizers, 7.3 billion. So these are India's top import. So we have discussed this in 2019. So from which country they are having more imports as their economy is concerned. So let's see, their highest import from the rest of the world is this. By country wise, China, 13.7% they are importing from China. United States, 6.88%. United Arab Emirates, 5.8%. Saudi Arabia, 5.55%. and Iraq, 4.36%. So they are importing oils for this. India overall import was 480 billion in 2019. The largest share of India imports came from China, accounted by nearly 14% in 2019. United States followed at closer. So India borders are Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Burma, China, Nepal, in Pakistan by land, in Indonesia, Maldives, Sri Lanka and Thailand by sea. So these are what we have discussed in regarding India economy, their power, whatever they have discussed, their economic power. So their economic power, what they have improved. Now we all know India is a good destination for education, for medicine, for treatment, medical treatment, even for hair removal or whatever, planting hair, sorry. So whatever other businesses are growing in India, latest improvement in their construction, in their city buildings, they are trying to build smart cities in different parts. Sugar comes from India, rice, different things. As we compare it with Afghanistan, our pharmacy medicines are imported from India, rice from India, or sometimes oils from India, technologies they are imported sometimes from India. And what else we are importing from India? Sugar again is from Pakistan in India as well. So there are many other clothings, jewelries, these are all spices, these are all imported from India to Afghanistan. So now Indians, they have invested a lot in technology. I think Hyderabad or Bangalore is their technology city. They are having even a place for technological what we call it, hub. They call it technology hub, which most call center are located in that location. Most call center from the Europe, because of high tax, high labor wage, have been moved to India. Now India has, I think, might has the largest call centers in the world, that they're sitting there and they're working freelancer, working from home, computer IT specialist. Many medical doctors are in USA, in UK, are from India. IT specialists are Indians, engineers, they are mostly Indians. So even in Arab world, mostly Indians are working there with the low labor wage compared to European or compared to others. So that's why many companies have moved. India has taken the advantage of its new young generation. They are having many young generation that other European countries are facing with the shortage of having young generation. So India still they are trying their best. They have done well in last few years, in last few decades, in last 20-30 years. India reforms in their businesses. Still they are facing poverty, still they are having issues, but regarding their spending on military equipments, aircraft, their military spending is again air by air is getting higher. They are spending a lot of money on their defense system, on their military system, and different aspects as well. So that's why you can find that India is now the largest, fifth largest economy in the world. So it's not a small achievement. That's a very big achievement. It needs a proper strategic planning. It needs a proper it needs proper strategy. It needs people to invest a lot. So it's not easy to reach in such position while France is there, United Kingdom, most other countries are there. So it's not easy job. It needs a high commitment, it needs proper planning, it needs strategic planning for next 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, which a country needs to have in order to attract. So let me review what we have discussed today. So in next class we will talk about export and import of Pakistan. Then if we get time, we can talk about Bangladesh. Then we can compare it with our country as well. So what's happening in India? So we all came out so we have started with India, their population, how much, where is their position, how many startups, new companies has started operating in India in 2016, in 2019, their dollar, their economic factors, what natural resources they are having, different places, their surplus, trade balance, their interest rate, strategic position, with which country they have border, to which country they're having sea link or other, what was top export, what was the top export of India, and these were the top 10 or how much, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. These are the top 10 export of India to other countries. These are the destinations, these are the destination of export, which country are they have exported a lot. United States is the largest importer from India, United Arab Emirates. Then we have discussed imports, from where these are the top 10 imports of India. Then we have discussed what are from where they are importing, their largest partner. So China, there is the largest country for their largest, let's say highest import was from China, then United States, then United Arab Emirates, then Saudi Arabia, and Iraq. Mostly from these countries they are trying to import medical equipments, and from these three countries I think they are importing oil. So these are the top countries that India is importing. So they are importing from Iraq. So that's all about India. So as I have said, why we are trying to discuss each and every single point around, so it's easy for you to understand. Then you can compare it with Afghanistan, what we need to do, what reforms we need to bring, what are the different aspects we need to be aware of, where we need to invest, or where we need to think. You might work next, for example, you graduate or you do your master, whatever, you become a minister or you become a employee of Ministry of Trade or Commerce or whatever, then you should know, do some research regarding these are the top export nowadays you can find in India. So next class we will talk about Pakistan, inshallah.